What is happening, guys? Welcome back to Rock Guitar School. So today we got my 5150 50 watt EVH. So basically I wanted to come on here and talk about like my EQ settings. Like I've kind of, all my videos, like it's kind of been a mixed bag as far as my EQ settings. Like just wanted to come on here and just kind of give you my updated EQ settings. Some of my previous videos, like especially early on, like I was just using the amp at home. So like in the past, like I've scooped the mids like pretty low enough. Like a lot of you guys commented like, oh, you should boost the mids so it would sound better. And I kind of already knew that. Like it's just, sometimes I like at home, like my ears work a little bit differently as opposed to live. I mean, if you're scooping the mids in a live situation, like heavy duty, like it's just, you're going to be so buried in the mix. But these are my kind of updated settings, like which I would basically use for home use and if in a live situation as well. I think this is just like a really good all-around setting. So I'll do a pan shot right now, you guys can check it out. So basically on the blue channel and the red channel, I have the setting, like the EQ settings basically the same. So the low is basically at 11, mid it is at 11, and then the high is a little bit above 9 o'clock. It's between 9 and 10. Presence, you can check it out, it's about 11 o'clock. The gain on the blue channel is at 2 o'clock. The red channel, see about between 9, actually, the gain on the red channel is between 10 and 11 o'clock. So that's pretty much like, I've been using this setting for a while now, and it just sounds really, really good. You guys might want to give it a shot. This amp has its own character in itself. So, like, I mean, you really have to mess things up. Like, that's the thing. It's very hard not to get a good sound out of this amp. Unless you're, like, diming the presence or something like that, I talked about, like, I have videos that talk about the presence and resonance, basically, like, the overall fine-tuning of the amp. Like, to me, like the mids, like, already sound scooped to begin with. So, I mean, like, a lot of these high-gain amps, like, I don't want to characterize, like, the EVH brand, like, because it's really an amp in itself. I mean, you've got the Mesa Boogies, the dual rectifiers. A lot of these amps basically started with the Soldano back in the 80s, the Soldano SLO 100. So, I remember reading an article of Eddie Van Halen basically going to Mike Soldano. He really wanted to try one of his amps. I think it was Valentine's Day. And, like, Mike was closing the shop, and like, Eddie was just like, oh, I'll be there, like, within an hour or something like that. Please don't close. I want to try one of these amps. So for whatever reason, it was it was Valentine's Day, and that was the day that Eddie needed to try the Soldano. So Mike stayed open. He let him borrow the amp. I really think like that's where a lot of these amps started from. You can pull up different articles and say the SLO 100 was basically like the genesis of all like the 6L6 type amps. Guys, that's basically going to do it for today. Just wanted to give you some updated EQ settings. Give it a shot for yourself. Let me know in the comments what you think, or if you have any settings that you prefer. Alright guys, take care, rock on.